Helen, congratulations on signing a new deal with Watford Ladies and committing your future to the club. Just how big a decision and how easy a decision was it to remain at Watford?
Yeah, of course. As everybody knows, Watford is where my heart is. It's where I started my career, and when I came back last summer, it was always somewhere that I'd hoped to finish my career. Obviously, things happened in the middle when we're now in the National League, but I see that as a chance to build from the ground up. And don't get me wrong, I did have time to think about it after the season ended, and there were a couple of clubs from the league above that maybe were interested. But when it came down to it, this is a place where I'm happy, and as I said, it's a long-term project that I'm keen to be a part of. So it's good to still be here.
Well, those the major factors, I guess, and in staying here, and just that perhaps it's Watford, and you feel like you perhaps got still plenty that you can achieve here.
Yeah, it's the only club in the country that has that pull on my heart. I live locally. I've got a young family, and that plays an important part. I've spent a lot of my time travelling around and putting football before everything. But at this point, it was just the best place to be. And as I said, the project we've got going now is exciting. We're starting afresh, and that's something to really sort of put our minds to and get involved, and hopefully we'll have a good successful season.
Will your role perhaps change a little? I mean, it's obviously going to be changed within the squad as well. That's only natural in a close season. Back end of last season, it was an incredibly young team, and that's probably going to continue again this season. So do you see your role in sort of nurturing some of this young talent as well and helping them develop? Yeah,
of course. I mean, like you said, we've got an incredibly young squad, and the staff have brought in some more players who are also, a lot of them are youngsters, but we've also added a couple of experienced heads as well. If they need me for anything, then I'll always be there. I'd never sort of force myself to, upon them and make them talk to me and make them feel uncomfortable. But, I've been around the block a couple of times with women's football, and I'd like to think I know the club pretty well. So if anyone wanted me, then yeah, of course, I'm always there to listen and, hopefully be a helpful ear for them.
There's been a lot of publicity about the restructuring again of the leagues, and obviously we're now going to play in the National League, just down below from the top two. What can this be sort of a new start for Watford Ladies, and is that an exciting prospect?
Yeah, it is. I mean, as you said, there's so many things going on in the leagues, the National League and also the Championship and WSL, where clubs, they're sort of falling like flies a little bit. Doncaster Bells, who are one of the forerunners in women's football and have been around for forever, one of the real original teams in women's football, and unfortunately for them, they've gone from winning the league, not being able to be promoted, and actually ending up in the league below, which is a real shame for them. But I feel like here at Watford, okay, it was disappointing that we missed out on the Championship, but at the same time, as I said, it gives us a chance to really start again and build from the ground up and try and do things the right way. The infrastructure and the support of the club as a whole has been fantastic for us, and it's something we really want to grow. People might look at it and say, well, you're in the league below, how can it be a good thing? But when you look at what happened last season, it's nice to possibly go from everyone expecting you to lose every game to actually competing, hopefully at the right end of the table.
That in itself will build interest, of course, won't it? And I guess that's, again, you're looking just to build up support again. We've got a home really now at Kings Langley, and there's investment in the facilities there and the pitch. Can that start to feel like home, and like you say, to start to build up a little sort of base of support that can start really sort of pushing the club forward again? Most
definitely. They look after us well down at Kings Langley. There were one or two problems with the pitch towards the back end of last season, but hopefully those problems have been overcome. And yeah, it's a nice place. It's a friendly feel to the place. It's welcoming to home and away fans, and hopefully the people that live locally and in the vicinity of the area will get down to support us. And of course, if we can get results on the pitch, and hopefully that will draw more and more people through the gates.
We've spoken a lot about Watford. You still have international aspirations. You were busy at the end of last season on on Wales duty, and that's something that I guess you've had that conversation, and you still want to be considered and continue your international career.
Yeah, of course. I'm sure many people might look at my decision to stay as something that suggests maybe a lack of ambition, dropping down to the third tier of football, and I did have to really think about that. But thankfully, I've known Jane, the Wales manager, a long time. I played with her, when she was still playing at Arsenal, and we've built up quite a good relationship off the pitch. And she said, look, Helen, I know you well enough to know that when you're happy, you're going to play well. So do what's right for you, as long as you're at a place where you're going to get minutes, you're going to get regular game time and hopefully score some goals, then I trust you to keep yourself in the right shape that you need to be. And I think I proved that at the end of the season. As you said, we had 2 internationals and I played, you know, almost 90 minutes in both games and put in a good shift. And so I think I was pleased with how I'd managed to keep myself fit, you know, here last season. So there's no reason, again, working with the likes of Mickey and the coaching staff, that I can't be in that sort of shape again. So yeah, if I'm a happy player, then hopefully I'm playing well.
Happy player, and also we've seen you on the other side, often sat possibly in my chair as well. You know, doing you know, some media work, both with us and of course, you know, with Welsh TV as well. Is that something you're looking to pursue further and develop within, you know, alongside playing still?
Yeah, of course. I did a degree in it that I finished last summer, sports journalism and broadcasting degree, and I really enjoyed doing it. And so whenever an opportunity comes up, I try and take it, try and get as much experience as possible. And you know, although as I've said, I've still got big aspirations as a player and big ambitions to achieve things as a player, but you know, once you get sort of over 30, you have to kind of think of what lies beyond playing football, especially in women's football, where you need another career as well as what you're doing on the pitch. So that's another reason Watford have been fantastic with me. You know, Ed and Rich have been really supportive in what I want to do away from the pitch, and they're hopefully going to allow me to have the opportunities to work not just in the ladies' side but with the men as well, and hopefully get some experience.